The rain poured relentlessly on the empty streets of Bangkok, casting a somber glow on the neon signs reflecting off the slick pavement. The air crackled with tension, for tonight was no ordinary night. Two warriors, legends in their own right, were destined to clash. John Wick, the unrelenting Baba Yaga, stood face to face with Tony Jaa, the lightning-fast martial arts prodigy whose Muay Thai skills were as sharp as a tiger's claws. This was not just a fight. It was a symphony of violence. John Wick, with his stoic demeanor and lethal efficiency, was a man driven by purpose. Every movement he made had intent, every shot calculated. Wick's mastery of gun fu, a blend of precision shooting and close-quarters combat, had cemented his reputation as the most feared assassin in the underworld. His greatest strength lay in his ability to adapt. Whether disarmed or outnumbered, Wick's resourcefulness turned anything in his surroundings into a weapon. Yet, his single-minded determination often bordered on obsession, which could blind him to subtleties in his opponent's strategy. Tonight, Wick wore his signature black suit, the fabric bulletproof yet flexible, tailored to withstand both gunfire and fists. His eyes, cold as winter, scanned Tony Jaa, searching for weaknesses. Tony Jaa, on the other hand, was a whirlwind of kinetic energy. His training in Muay Thai, the art of 8 limbs, had sculpted him into a human weapon. Elbows like hammers, knees like battering rams, and feet that struck with the precision of a cobra. Jaa was a fighter whose strength lay in his unpredictability and relentless assault. His acrobatics were legendary, allowing him to evade attacks with fluidity and strike from angles his opponents never anticipated. But Jaa's reliance on high-energy movements was a double-edged sword. If the fight prolonged, his stamina could wane, leaving openings for a calculated foe. Dressed in traditional Muay Thai shorts, his lean yet muscular frame coiled like a tiger ready to pounce. The fight erupted without warning. Wick drew first, a pistol shot cracking through the night. But Jaa was ready. He flipped forward, dodging the bullet mid-air, and closed the distance in a blink. His knee thrust towards Wick's chest, but the assassin sidestepped, using Jaa's momentum to throw him off balance. Jaa landed like a cat, his grin almost mischievous. Blows were exchanged with lightning speed. Wick utilized his close-quarters combat, grappling to control Jaa's limbs. But Jaa's counters were devastating. Elbows slashing like knives, knees finding ribs with surgical precision. At one point, Jaa flipped off a wall, landing a spinning elbow that left Wick's lip bloodied. But Wick's adaptability shone. Using the environment, he smashed a neon sign over Jaa's head, buying himself a moment to recalibrate. The crowd that had gathered to witness the fight gasped as Jaa shook it off, retaliating with a flying knee that narrowly missed. The fight stretched into the early hours, both warriors showcasing their unyielding wills. Jaa's relentless offense began to show cracks. His movements, while still explosive, grew fractionally slower. Wick capitalized on this, using his patience to exploit openings. A perfectly timed parry allowed Wick to lock Jaa into a chokehold. But Jaa, ever the acrobat, twisted free with a roll and delivered a sweeping kick that sent Wick sprawling. It was then that Wick's strategic mind prevailed. He feigned vulnerability, baiting Jaa into a full-force attack. As Jaa lunged, Wick sidestepped, disarming him with a brutal wrist lock. The finishing move came with cold efficiency, a sharp blow to Jaa's temple using the butt of his pistol. Jaa crumpled, unconscious but not defeated in spirit. As Wick stood over Jaa, his face showed no triumph, only a quiet respect. He holstered his weapon and walked away, leaving the crowd stunned by the clash of titans they had just witnessed. Jaa's speed and ferocity had tested Wick like no other, but it was the assassin's adaptability and unrelenting precision that secured his victory. The rain continued to fall, washing away the blood and sweat from the battlefield. In the world of warriors, there were no true winners or losers, only survivors. Tonight, John Wick had survived, but the legend of Tony Jaa remained, a reminder that even the strongest are only as good as their last fight.